Guys, welcome to my channel. I have another one for you guys. This one is based on a ranch called Blind Frog Ranch, and this guy mentions the blue spectrum color also, but at a mountain that he dug into. So I just want to show you guys some stuff and connect some dots between some stuff, especially that blue. This is why I said remember the blue that Credo Motwal mentioned in my last video. So let me show you guys something real quick before we get into the video. This is what I wanted to show you guys. This is the sun spectrum. This is all the colors and, of course, the radioactive light that the sun puts out, which is why color exists. But I just wanted to talk to you about the blue. The guy, Credo Motwa mentioned the blue haze, and the guy from Blind Frog Ranch, which is the video we're about to get into, talks about blue dirt. And the reason I want to talk about the blue dirt and the blue haze is because it says here on this sun spectrum chart that um, neutral magnesium is this green section that you see right here, and the blue is right. Uh, um, I'm sorry, right before it, and this could be the reason why the dirt was blue. And I mean the guy is going to mention the blue dirt, and Credo Montois mentioned the blue haze. But what I believe is because if you look at the neutral sodium, the D section, if you look at the other chart that has other ratings, to show you other things about this, it that section where the D is and the neutral sodium is where that's the light that we're able to see, and everything else is not visible to our eyes. So the reason I'm bringing that up is because how is it? It's I think it's a connection between um, these aliens using these light spectrums that we can't see to contact us. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people have these experiences, and they, don't know how they got abducted after they seen the light from the UFO or some type of light that the alien might have um, emitted with some, whatever device. But yeah, if you notice, it says terrestrial on the other side with red. But yeah, these spectrums from KHGFE, CB, and A are to really be paid attention to, because I believe that that's how these entities are going invisible and stuff. And this is, I believe, this is also why the reports of people that touched the alien, got sick, got cancer after that, is because these are some of the highest radioactive spectrums that we're dealing with and that those entities deal with. So, with that being said, we're going to start the video.
Let's go. We went straight down. We fell into a pit of water. But that's where the blind frogs come out. That's where it was like, well, they have to have oxygen. And so what took place was that
Wayne Olinger. Sorry
we
about that.
found a cave system, and it was full of
Can't
water.
remember his name.
But yet there was frogs all the way around it, and they was little bitty white frogs, and they couldn't see. And now I know somebody's in here going to say, well, how do you know they couldn't see? Well, I held a chart up, and they couldn't read the top line. That's that. I could see you was going to ask that question right there.
Sorry about that. I just wanted to talk about the white frogs really quick. I just wanted to show you guys something about these frogs. I don't know if you guys ever seen or heard of this type of stuff, but supposedly there are multiple reports of like people that dig. I don't know if it's archaeologists or the other people that's just digging from construction sites or what. They end up finding these geodes, crystal geodes with toads inside of it, encased inside of it. Hold on. Really quick. Come on, give it to me. All right, this is a picture from some of the ones, but yes, these are found often. And they say as soon as the geode is broken open, that the toad end up dying out, even though it's been in there for maybe thousands of years. Yeah, it's just another trippy thing that I want to show you guys. But reason I was talking about this too because of the blind frog ranch thing. Those toads are found in that deep, deep, deep cave system, and crystals are found in cave systems, especially in the deep side. So, just a connection. Back to the video.
So anyway, no, what the deal was is you find them all over the bank, and they wouldn't jump. They just wouldn't jump. And so you would just physically go up there and you'd have to tap them on the nose and then they jump off. And so they were like a real white looking color that they'd never seen sunlight in their life, You could just tell. So in turn, that's where the documentary came because, well, we'll get into that. But so we found that. So we were so excited about what we was finding. Charlie was there, the whole 9 yards. But when we turned around I turned around to say, hey, George, look, they were gone. It was like it was their mission to be there. And once they knew that we dropped in, he was gone. And I've never got to see him again. I've talked to him on the phone a time or two, but never got to see him again. So it was awful strange that we had that kind of intel to help us to get us where we are here today. And we keep getting scenarios like this that, we'll get off track and we'll get to playing that hillbilly stuff and, next thing you know, we'll get corrected. So where was I going with that? So in turn, that was the start of that project. And it's been a controversial deal for a long time, since 2009, really. We've dealt with several different government agencies, and they didn't understand what we were doing, and then we explained it and back and forth. But more so where we need to go with this because of what y'all know is that I ended up dealing with Don Nikoloff. Don Nikoloff was tied to Jeremiah Davis. This is going to go from this side of the ranch over to this side. And for whatever reasons, those guys showed up to help us to move into a different scenario on the east side of the ranch where we were told to dig a big pit. And we were told exactly where to drill some holes on the side of a mountain, which are hard to get to because that's a big drilling rig, and it's on tracks. It's a 36-inch bit, and we got to go down deep. And we were told how deep to go and where to drill. And once we did that, after George Stevens was gone over here, and we're over here again on another project, once we got everybody calmed down a little bit on what we're up to, when we drilled through those 2 holes where we were told to drill, per Don Nikoloff, per Jeremiah Davis, that's when we drilled through those 2 holes, and that night is like it gave that whole area a blue aura and lightning strikes coming out of the ground. And so in turn we were told about that, and we were headed back out to the project, and we were told not to go back out there. And it's like a haunted movie. You know, when you're told not to go somewhere and you think, well, we don't have a nightgown on, you know, and it's not a graveyard, so it can't be bad. Bullshit. Sorry, Gordon. And slipped. So what happened was, when we drilled those holes, that night is when it just let the energy up out of that ranch. And it was a blue aura and lightning strikes. Now, we got intel on that deal, and they come and they told us what's going on. And I said, well, we're going to go out there. We've got to go out there. We got to see what we've been working so hard about. And so when we went out there, we had mechanical problems on our pickup truck. And it was like a very haunted movie going up to the mountains, where we're fixing to see something that, hey, this is going to be good. You know, it's finally going to prove us right on maybe we're doing something right.
Tell that man do hard work.
And so what took
Can
place
see
there
his
is
hands
what y'all knew for a long time, probably in this area here, that when we got there, we were told not to go by Jeremiah Davis. He was with the United Galactic Federation of Hendon. He was drafted out of Area 51 from the CIA. This is just things I know. He was telling us not to go out there, but yet that was wrong, because we wanted to see what the hell was going on. He said, you just don't realize how dangerous it is. Well, it's dangerous in life not to know in our hearts. So you got to go. You got to go. And so we went out there. That was Don Nikoloff, me, and Doug from Amarillo. Tough deal on some of this stuff. So when we got out there, we got down into the bottom where basically the cave system was, or back to the north of that. And then that's where we didn't get to see the blue aura or the lightning strikes, but over the side of the mountain, I got to see 3 craft that came in, and they were spheres, like a plate and a plate. And they were beautiful, and they just came in right over the top of the mountain. And then as they parked, they would blow this fog around them. So in turn, it's like they came in too fast, and the fog wouldn't play or wouldn't stay up with the shape to cover up what they are supposed to look like. So it was a big bright moon. It was just as clear as it was in daylight, really. So what happened was, there was 3 that came in single file.
Man, Sam, some of these clouds look like UFOs, and I always believe that some of them are. But UFOs. I mean, look at all these clouds. I mean, I wonder, is this similar to what he saw? So strange. It's a lot of UFO clouds around the world. Back to the video.
There's 3, and then there was 3 more that came in. and 3 more that came in. And then as they were sitting there, they just blowed that fog around their ship. I guess is what you're going to call it. But they stayed there and they let us watch them. But then they
Hell,
made
y'all
sure
be
that we were
speaking just
safe
like me.
because of what we came into that created havoc throughout, I don't know, the universe, I guess. I don't know. It released some kind of an energy field there that to this day is being studied. And it often makes me wonder why we were a part of that deal to release that energy. I don't know. But it's all being studied. It jacks with equipment, track hose, drones. You'll get a chuckle out of this one. So on the documentary, they had like a plus or minus a $20,000 drone, Cargo 7/Discovery. I think I can say this, can't I, Charlie? Yeah, I say it. We'd be good. Okay, sorry about that. So hey, that does work. So just a little tidbit on the documentary, just a little bit, and then keep me out of trouble on the rest of it. But in that same energy zone that we dug out and where the blue ore came in and the whole 9 yards, they had a drone there. And they were going to put the drone up in the air, Cargo 7/Discovery. They was going to put the drone up in the air, and they was going to just run some scans on everything in the whole 9 yards. And I said, man, you probably shouldn't have launched. You shouldn't launch that there. And they said, look, you're a redneck. We know what we're doing, and probably you don't. I said, well, whatever. So they took that drone and they launched that thing in the air, and all of a sudden the screen on their computers went blank, and it took that drone and sent it all the way across the ranch and wrecked it into the side of a mountain. You know, kind of giggling a little bit on that. So they had 2 drones. Guess what? They launched that other son of a bitch too, and didn't go well. Didn't go well. And then after that, they thought, well, maybe we do know what's going on. So then they started running an investigation of their own equipment there to see why their equipment's messing up. The funny thing about this whole deal is where this equipment messes up, there's been people that go into that energy field that's had pain, and now they don't have pain no more. So it's all being studied, all of it. All of it. It's so intriguing. It's unreal. Even the water where we get in, where we dive into, we found out just recently that it's high in magnesium, which releases the muscles where you can heal. And so there's people that get in the pond, then go over there and get in that energy zone where it screws up all the electrical magnetic equipment, whatever. And all of a sudden they were hurting, and now they're not. Just shoot me. They probably will. So where were we going with that? So in turn, that's where my relationship with, where I already knew Don Nikoloff just a little bit, but that's where my relationship started with Jeremiah Davis, and he was drafted out of Area 51. He was in the CIA, and out of Area 51, that's where he was drafted into the United Galactic Federation of Hendon.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to show y'all. And yeah, he mentioned something else. What was he mentioned? He mentioned something else that I wanted to show you guys. Oh, about the um the uh the energy healing. But yeah, I just had a lot of other things in my files about certain CIA findings dealing with spring pools and stuff like that that actually heal people of all diseases and infections, but those also were shut down. So yes, let me Get this webcam back up. Okay. So yes. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see more, just let me know. I got a lot more. I'm talking about maybe years worth. So yes, let me know and leave a comment if you like. Oh, and please subscribe.